The Strive community is falling apart. Tournament organizers of the competitive game Guilty Gear Strive have just been exposed for blatant nepotism and prioritizing their brand deals and sponsorships amidst serious allegations. If you'd like to know more about the specifics behind these accusations, I've already covered them in extreme detail in previous videos, so you can check those out. But as a quick summary, a few months ago, several allegations emerged against top players in the Guilty Gear Strive community. One of the best players, Tempest, was subsequently banned after admitting to violating boundaries. Yet another player, Red I Am Not, aka Luca, who received similar accusations, contested the numerous claims of misconduct and has now received almost a full pardon from the competitive scene after initially being banned. This is due to the inconsistent narrative from the main accusers, Bunny and Umisho, which I'll be going over the details of in a second. And as if that wasn't crazy enough, the top player Umisho, who previously accused fellow competitor Luca, has surprisingly recanted their allegation and now claims that they never accused Luca in the first place. This has resulted in her ban from several events and the voluntary exit from both social media and competition until further notice. I gotta tell you guys, these are some pretty heavy topics. So before I get into it, I think I should consult the sponsor of today's video. Forget about the sponsors. What do my friends think of me?
No, you hang up first. I'm not gonna hang up first. You're gonna hang up first.
Hey, John, we still on for dinner tonight?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, Oh my god, is that you?
I knew I should have just took a real shower.
Hold on. I got just the thing for you.
Scentbird?
Isn't Scentbird the fragrance subscription that has over 700 designer fragrances at an affordable price?
Yes, bro. Yeah, bro. It's as simple as this. You twist the lock and then spray.
That smells great! Is that a hint of leather I taste?
Yes, it is.
Wow, it's so affordable.
Yes, very affordable.
My favorite fragrance from this haul is Emily in Paris.
Wait, Zach, I got some more for you to try.
No, I'm good.
No, I got it. Look, this one is Atlantis.
Oh, is that bergamot?
Yeah, and this one's Moonbird.
Oh, you can really smell the cedar leaf. Thanks, John.
Yeah, no problem.
What would I do without you?
I don't know. Smell bad?
Scan the QR code or use promo code Technicals55 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. You can get your first fragrance for just $8, and the next month will only be $16.95. Now, obviously most of this stuff is pretty serious, so it absolutely should be handled through the proper legal channels, which appears to be Bunny's plan as they seek actual legal charges moving forward. But I haven't been served any papers. I don't think they're actually going to sue me for my coverage, but I guess that's not going to be a thing. I get called a grifter fairly often, which is whatever, it's the internet. I personally think it's kind of funny. But at least I'm monetarily incentivized to research and provide you guys with accurate reporting, because if I'm wrong, that hurts my image, views, and the overall quality of the content. That's just a fact. These guys handing out bans over allegations are literally volunteers. They're not getting paid to do this. So whether or not your life gets turned upside down by false allegations, it makes no difference to them as long as they look good while they're doing it. For a quick example of what I mean, here's what the co-owner and chief financial officer of NewHead FGC had to say when confronted with the legitimacy of Bunny's sexual assault claim against Luca in late July this year. I think Luca got obliterated for what is essentially just interpersonal relationship drama. As for Bunny, it's horrible to say, but I really don't believe it. We're backing Bunny because they're NewHead, but if it were up to me to make an opinion, LMAO. Backing someone because they are on your org is generally an awful look, especially when everyone else running the org disagrees with them. I don't think backing Bunny blindly due to them being NewHead is a good idea at all. It's definitely not blindly. But we had to mesh everyone's opinion and choose a course, which is really to say as little as possible. It's absolutely fucked. You can't even decide to defend your friend, or you'll get Giga canceled. Even our sponsors have opinions on the matter that we have to account for. Do you know what it's called when you say something publicly that you don't really believe in order to secure financial gain and trust from a community? Was it Lifter? No. Richter? Nah, that can't be right either. Man, I'm really shooting blanks here. Maybe you guys can help me out by putting it in the comments section. Hey Tech, congrats on being right about the Strive community. Excuse me?
Have you using our mobile app today?
No. Do I order here?
Yes.
Can I get the Kai Cenat burger?
Oh, no.
Do you still have that?
I don't even know what that is.
The Kai Cenat burger with Ohio sauce?
Oh, the chicken Big Mac? Okay.
Yeah, he told me to order it like that.
Okay. Is the chicken Big Mac mild sauce on the side?
Yeah, and then let me get a McFlurry.
Okay, it's me 147%.
Speaking personally, above all, I believe in protecting our own. I don't think the accusation against Luca constitutes SA, but I don't care. I still think they're a creep, and I'm more than happy to continue to support a ban. He doesn't care if Luca actually sexually assaulted someone, but wants to uphold the ban anyways. This is an insanely flawed, and dare I say, evil way to handle conduct. However, unfortunately, it wasn't just the co-owner of NewHead. The other co-owner and founder himself, who blocked me just for calling this out, Valore, echoed these exact sentiments. I wish I could make all my friends happy, but unfortunately, no matter what I do, someone's pissed. So I'm choosing the Horde. What is this, fucking World of Warcraft? I will not sacrifice my favorite thing in the world refuting a SA case publicly off of glorified hearsay for someone I don't even like to begin with. Here's his public post on Twitter showing complete support of Bunny's allegation, and here's him admitting in DMs that he contributed to a suicide attempt by posting the statement about Luca that he no longer believes in.
My name is Luca, also known as Red I Am Not. When everything first happened, I was trying really hard to keep it together, but I buckled under the stress of the situation and the messages I was receiving at the time. One of them called the police when I stopped responding, and I was later stopped from attempting to commit suicide.
This is the same guy who had the audacity to come into my replies as I'm actively investigating and tell me to respect the victims and let them heal in peace, as I'm being threatened with litigation for the simple crime of asking questions he's too scared to ask himself. Fun fact, he ended up firing Bunny anyways for lying to him about whether Umisho abused Luca in their relationship. If it were up to Valore and his team, they'd just lie, wipe their hands of the whole thing, and move on like nothing ever happened. But don't just take my word for it, because according to Luca, Valore never reached out for their side of the story, and in the leaks, also seem to have zero intention of ever doing so. You're ironically contributing to the very climate that has you so scared that you can't even say what you actually think until Twitter gives you the green light. I'm choosing the Horde. Don't you think that's a little pathetic?
Oh, Mr. President! Mr. President! Mr. President! Mr. President!
You, down in front.
What will you do with all the Smash refugees illegally entering our venues?
Smash is a fighting game, and we're working towards amnesty for all those attendants as we speak.
Mr. President!
You, yes.
Do you hate Sonic Fox?
Next question.
Mr. President, how do you plan to deal with the uptick of crime in the FGC?
I don't fucking know.
Mr. President, do you have any core principles or real plans for the future of the community?
No, not really.
Mr. President.
All right, that'll be all, gentlemen. Sorry,
Just trying to make the community better. If we learn of any sort of harassment, they will share the same fate. Guaranteed. There's no exclusivity here. All evil will be dealt with. These comments are so out of touch, it's actually insane, LMAO. Like, we ban those motherfuckers too. All the evil people get banned. That's how this works. Really, that's how it works. It's that easy. All the evil people get banned. There's no virtue in just saying that you're virtuous. You need to actually go out and do it.
You wanted mild sauce?
Give me all you got.
You're the first person I've ever met to call it that, but also I don't work night shifts.
You didn't see the big promotion he did? He had Grimace on his stream and everything?
I, in fact, do not watch streamers.
Well, good on you.
I'm a speedrunner in the Monster Hunter community.
Oh,
fire! I love Monster Hunter.
You want to shout out your channel or stream or whatever?
No.
Valore's excuse for lying to the public is that he was lied to by Bunny. He's just a victim of circumstances. Well, there's apparently two things that changed his mind. One, that Bunny unblocked me, told me to ask my questions, and then blocked me again before answering anything. And two, that Bunny said they didn't know anything about Umisho's alleged abuse in a relationship with Luca before changing their mind in a later conversation. So now all of a sudden we have pattern recognition. This guy was in the room during the alleged struggle at the hotel with Bunny and Luca, and somehow I could smell it before him. Use code technicals at checkout. Bunny and Luca spoke intimately leading up to the event. There's a clear slant in Bunny's writing that manipulates context, and they went back to the same room the next day to cuddle again. Yet Bunny decided to leave out some details of their relationship to avoid misinterpretation. Other details were just forgotten because of alleged PTSD. And that's not even mentioning the potential motive when you factor in Bunny's jealousy after seeing Luca hook up with other people at the same event. You'd have to be a fucking idiot not to at least ask a follow-up question here. But Valore takes it a step further, and not only instantly believes it, but pulls his entire organization down with him because he can't help but chase the validation of an online mob. If I had a nickel for every time this happened in esports, I wouldn't be selling you a fragrance right now. Use code technicals at checkout. In other news, Umisho has gone back on her assault allegation against Luca in a recent statement saying, quote, "Luca never assaulted me, and I never claimed they had." Well, let's have a look at their original claim, shall we? Please support Bunny. The only reason I have the courage to come forward about this is because they had the courage first. Now, here's the claim that was made. Luca tried to feel me up in a hotel room full of people before I asked them to stop. It took me asking 2 or 3 times before they begrudgingly agreed. Any reasonable person, given these details, would rightly assume that this is an accusation of sexual assault. But now you're saying that there was clear mutual interest and you never considered it assault. You also deleted all of your messages to Luca over Discord, omitted the fact that you were both kissing at the same event as witnessed by several testimonies, and even went as far as establishing a safe word in DMs. If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, then it's probably DuckTales. But more importantly, you just seem like a liar. It doesn't take the greatest detective minds to put this one together, and that's exactly why you're now getting banned and taking a voluntary break from competing. As it stands right now, Luca has been getting unbanned by almost the entire community. Bunny is still very intent on pursuing legal action, which is what they should have done to begin with, and the incompetent organizers who completely flipped on this subject after letting me do all the hard work are still coasting by on the bare minimum as usual. I have no idea how Valore convinced people that he was somehow a victim in this situation just because his DMs are being posted, when the DMs show blatant corruption and manipulation of information just to protect his own interests. If cowardly men who are willing to blatantly lie about sexual assault to avoid a ratio are the ones running the FGC, then it's no wonder why it fucking sucks. You can't say what you actually think about anything, and you have to nod your head and pretend like this isn't the lamest shit possible, or else you're next on the chopping block for being toxic. Trash talk, salt compilations, and exhibition and money matches are the cultural backbone and bread and butter of the FGC. Everyone knows this. And I don't think most of these corporate investors or figureheads truly realize just how much they're losing out on viewership and attendance, simply because they're too pussy to get ratioed on social media. But I digress. People actually wanted me dead for saying exactly what their leaders were thinking, but were too scared to put into action. You realize it took a whistleblower leaking all of their private conversations about this to get anything done. If you want to continue being lied to and following the interests of those who don't consider yours, then be my guest. I'm just a messenger, but I'd urge all of you to temper your anger when it comes to allegations and really sift through the information if you want to meaningfully engage. Blindly believing shit that you see on the internet does not make you a good person. It just means you're very gullible and easily susceptible to manipulation. Stop worrying more about who's attacking you for speaking your mind, and worry more about the content of what you're saying and the accuracy of your reporting. You fucking cowards.
It's kind of like my victory meal. It's one of my cheat days. So basically, it's like 2 chicken patties instead of beef patties for a Big Mac. I've never seen that before. Apparently, Kai Cenat invented it. What the fuck? Why do you still have that?
It's portable.
I can't can't have shit.
Hopefully this is the end of the Strive saga. It really seems like everything's coming together. Like I said, Bunny is trying to file charges against Luca. I haven't been served anything. I don't think I'm going to court over this. It's just not gonna happen. Thank you to all my patrons. I hope you guys are liking the skits. I'm putting a lot more effort into this. Hey, I think I earned a few dollars. I think I earned a few dollars, okay? Griff Nichols is back, baby. We're in full swing. It's time to take over the FGC. If you want to wash away the smell of this disgusting trilogy, use my code and pick up some Scentbird for you. I've been smelling great for months, and you can too. And as always, my fellow gamers, God fucking damn it, stop. And as always, my fellow gamers, until next time.